1997 was the year when I decided to be a gang member, or so I thought. Had I known back then the hardship I would bring to my blood and the sacrifices I had to make to be a so-called Del Mato, then I most definitely think twice about my decision. My family moved to a little trailer in the 9-acre subsection in the city of Oxnard, surrounded by its neighbor and controlling barrio of El Rio. Everything was real, from the markets, school district, car dealership, etc., you name it. I fell in love with the hood immediately, and I knew in my heart that I would be a factor, kind of like one of the mythical characters in the corridos one day. If my recollection does not fail me, I became friends with a kid named Jose Ortiz, and within a week, I had to fight a kid named Beto Hernandez, which was a year older than us. But somehow, some way, Jose and Beto were involved in an argument over a jainita, which had nothing to do with me. But to me, it was only right to get my friends runbacks. That was carnalismo, and I wanted everyone in the neighborhood to know I was on my way to be a hardcore El Rio gangster one day. There was a big crowd of kids in the apartments on Orange Drive in Island. Jose and Beto went first, and let me tell you, that was a good fight. They went blows to the face with no mercy. Then it was my turn. For some unknown reason, either Beto took it easy on me or he was too tired to fight. Mind you, I was fresh into 5th grade and he was in 6th grade. That was my first of many fights in the hood, and the commencement of a violent life in the streets, which seemed to be normal for everyone living in Island. Within the first week of living in Island, I started claiming El Rio gang. The only thing I knew about gangs back in those days was that El Rio had a mortal enemy named La Colonia Chiques. They wore cowboys and we wore raiders, the stars versus the shields. Truth be told, El Rio is a small gang with no more than 20 active members per generation. La Colonia was and remains the biggest gang in the 805. El Rio and La Colonia are the oldest barrios in Oxnard and arguably in the whole county of Ventura. But I've also heard that Santa Paula is just as old as any other barrio in my county of residence. Peligro and Listo were names circulating the guys of my hood. Everyone talked about them with respect, and they would both go on to become hood legends. Those were dark days. I didn't understand. Not only was my barrio at war with the enemigas, but it was also enduring internal conflict within its ranks. But I will save that for a different occasion. A month or so passed without incident, but the happy and comfortable times were short-lived. All hell broke loose, and as a kid, I wasn't privy of the info circulating in the barrio. But as I grew older and was formally initiated, I learned most of the things that made the headlines in those days. Something I can't speak on, and some things I can't speak on, and some others I could is public information. And for a fact, some of my older homies were arrested and convicted for alleged friendly fire. I was also in the dungeon with a Colonia boy that did 13 years for 3 alleged shootings on my homeboys. My friend Jose Ortiz moved to Salinas, California. Due to the agricultural job availability, his parents moved back and forth from Oxnard to Salinas. Beto Hernandez became my friend due to the fact that we were both claiming El Rio gang. He went by Little Smokey but grew out of it and never got jumped in. All the Island residents had stories about fighting Colonia boys at school. But going to Rio Lindo in 5th grade, I was yet to meet or see the first Colonia boy. On our way back from the liquor store, a white van pulled up on Beto and myself. At first, I was looking around inside the van to see if I could recognize any of the guys in the van. But all I seen was evil. The look of evil of rival gang members headhunting for enemies, and then I hear someone yell, "Colonia Chiques!"